There are three words that have been sitting with me: emerging, aligning, becoming, and today they feel less like words and more like instructions. I found myself trying to go back and recover something from an older version of my life, an old page, an old space, an old beginning, and for a moment I thought I needed to find it. I thought maybe there was something there I was supposed to reclaim, something unfinished, something I needed to pick back up. But the more I sat with it, the more I realized that maybe I was not supposed to find it. Maybe that version existed for the season it was created in. Maybe it was not incomplete because I failed to finish it. Maybe it was incomplete because I was still becoming. And that is a different kind of truth, because sometimes we keep trying to return to what we started, not realizing that the starting place was never meant to be the final place. Sometimes the old version only existed to give us movement, to give us language, to give us courage, to give us evidence that something in us was already reaching toward the future before we fully understood what it would become. And now I am in a different place, not because everything is settled, not because everything is clear, not because every piece has found its perfect position, but because something in me knows it is time to keep moving forward, emerging, aligning, becoming, emerging from the parts of me that were hidden, quiet, unsure, or still gathering strength, aligning with what feels true now, not what only made sense then, becoming who I could not fully be in the version of the story I was trying to recover. And maybe that is the invitation: to stop grieving what did not fully form, to stop forcing old containers to hold new oil, to stop measuring today's clarity by yesterday's capacity. There are things we create before we are ready to carry them fully. There are visions we touch before we have language for them. There are pieces of ourselves we meet in fragments before we are able to gather them into something whole. That does not make the earlier version wasted. It makes it sacred. It means it served its purpose. It means it witnessed our beginning. But not every beginning is meant to be carried forward in the same form. Some beginnings are meant to bless us, release us, and remind us that we are allowed to keep going. So today I am not fighting to find the old door. I am paying attention to the one opening in front of me. I am not trying to force myself back into what once felt unfinished. I am allowing myself to honor it and move, because forward is not always loud. Sometimes forward is quiet. Sometimes forward is a decision. Sometimes forward is realizing that the thing you thought you needed to recover was actually giving you permission to begin again. And from that place, I can say, it is well. Not because I found what I was looking for, but because I found the lesson. Not because I recovered the old version, but because I recognize the invitation in the new one. Emerging, aligning, becoming. That is where I am. That is what I am honoring. That is the posture I am carrying forward.